want to say I've been in business a total of 3.5 years. Right. My name is Tina Rexing, so people think it's super clever that they get me gifts that are T-Rexes. No, this is not what I saw myself. When I wrote my business plan, it was pretty specific to I just want to sell cookies at a farmer's market and maybe buy a food truck. That was like my long-term goal. The company kind of grew on its own at a pace that was a little faster than I anticipated, and the next thing I know, I owned a restaurant. I spent 20 years in corporate America. Started out my career at Northwest Airlines, but something I always did as a hobby was I competed in baking. And so I would always bring my baked goods into work and basically make my teams fat because I would make them try them so I could modify the recipes.
I'm gonna stop adding stuff because I'll just go crazy.
One point in my early 40s, I decided to quit my job and try this whole baking thing full time.
We are making a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie. We're adding the oatmeal so it's healthier.
I actually quit on my birthday. So it was one of those like days where everything was just going wrong, and it happened to be my birthday, so the only thing that made it right was that I just quit. I would bake the cookies with friends and family. Mostly my mom and dad would come and help me at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning in this commercial kitchen I rented, and then I would go sell the cookies on the weekends, and I grew a pretty solid social media following.
Hi friends! We are back in Minneapolis on Nicollet Mall. We are all set up. Say hi, Mom.
Well, I actually was looking for my own little space, just a kitchen so I could just not share. This place was an old cupcake restaurant that had closed December of 2015. And so when I reached out to my broker, he found out that there was a space that was available. It happened to be 2,300 square feet, a lot bigger than I anticipated, but I kind of took it because it had all the restaurant equipment with it. The space I'm in now has a lot of character, and the business is finally getting some legs underneath it in terms of like people know where to go to get cookies, people know who I am in terms of like what the company is all about. But everything has to change in the small business world. So the building is now being torn down to be redeveloped into condos.
So I'm going to be closing to the public December 31st of 2018.
When you heard the building was going to be sold, immediate reaction?
Oh, maybe? What am I going to do? When I first heard the building was going to be sold, it kind of made me angry a little bit because I spent a lot of money renovating the space to make it my own. Anyone goes back to read all the reviews about my company, about the restaurant, it always comes down to the atmosphere. And that's something that I've kind of built and put together organically. It's going to be really hard to try to recreate this anywhere else.
Part of my agreement with this developer is that, yes, I'm leaving my lease early, but I will be coming back when the development is built and there's going to be a high-rise with apartments and people in it, so they're going to want a coffee shop underneath.
It's a bit overwhelming just because it's going to cost a lot of money to move. And I don't even like packing to go on a weekend trip. I might just go back to my roots, go back to my business plan 101 for T-Rex Cookie was maybe get a food truck, because that's basically what I wanted to do from the very beginning. So we could say that my foray into the restaurant world was kind of a little bit of a detour and maybe bring me back to where I wanted to be in the first place.
I don't think so. I think there's like animals living up there. Okay, 80,000 versus 45. I think the 45 might be my price.